it is Tuesday, January 30th, 2024. We'll do a little catch up and talk about a couple of stories from yesterday and today. The E. Jean Carroll verdict. Oh, um, I, I, I want to laugh that the women of the View came out to the song "Money, Money, Money, Money," which was what Trump used for The Apprentice as the theme song. Um, because that does sort of hit him where it hurts in cash. I don't know how long he can delay the process of actually having to pay her. I don't even think that I'm not even sure appeal is really an option. His because it was a I don't know if you can appeal the judgment. I guess if you can, he'd still have to put all that 83 million into escrow until that appeal is over. So I don't know what that I don't know what that process looks like. But and I don't know if she'll ever see any of the money. I do love the fact that she's like, well, if I will give it to charities that he would never give to. Um, but and the fact that it was like three times as much, the jury came back with a number three times as high as what the prosecution even asked for. Um, is pretty outstanding because it's very clear the man is not going to stop defaming her. He did it all through the trial, and he never really got over the fact that he already lost. This had nothing. Like he kept going into that thinking that he could litigate the the decision, but he can't. That's over, and he lost the application for appeal, so he can't he's a convicted rapist. A jury convicted him of raping her. And I think his supporters are so dumb, they think, well, if that's true, that he'd be in jail, but it's a civil case, not a criminal case. So he doesn't go to jail on a criminal case, on a civil case. That's why there's then another trial for damages. That's all that was supposed to happen. Assess how much does he owe her for having raped her that he was convicted of. Like that's it. Just it boggles my mind that his um, the MAGA base, which I'm sure doesn't. The most news that they're going to get is out of Fox, which didn't cover the trial, which doesn't explain to them the legal process. They're just so woefully underinformed and misinformed um, and just ignorant to what is actually happening. That it, there's no there's no place to start with them about why this is actually just. They just they can't fathom that this is anything but a witch hunt, which is just very bizarre to me. When it's so clear, if you watch the deposition that he made in the original trial, where he pointed out, he said he wouldn't have been interested in her, and that he never met her, and that she's not his type, and then holding a picture, pointed out at her and said several times, "That's Marla, his wife at the time. That's Marla Maples." Well, I would assume then you would have been attracted to your wife, and you're confusing this woman who you just said you wouldn't be attracted to with your wife. Like he bungled his own opportunity. He never showed up to that first trial. He just did that recorded deposition. Um, but he didn't care about showing up until it was about how much money was gonna get paid. Like it's entirely frustrating. But good for her. I hope she gets it, um, and uh, and turns it into something good. Um, and I really, really can't wait for the Georgia trial to start because that one's going to allow cameras. So I'm sure Fox News won't cover it, but if the video footage is out there, maybe it'll seek into some of those idiots. Um, at least to some of the people that are sort of on the fence that are like, I don't really like him, but I don't want to vote for Biden, so I'll vote for him. Like those kind of chodes really need to be shaken up with like, no, he really is like he's really, really, really bad for America, for the world, for democracy, and just for life outside of prison in general. Yeah, he should be in prison. Um, And then the whole Taylor Swift thing, just that that tickles me. That I find hilarious. First of all, they, all that, these idiots um hate the fact that, she's shown on TV. Like, if she's getting what, a total of what, like 65 seconds of airtime across the entire game. It's reaction shots when something goes well for the Chiefs. It's not like they've they're showing her at every commercial break. Um it's and it's just so blatantly hypocritical. Nobody's ever complained. Nobody was complaining about Eminem with the Lions. Nobody's ever complaining about Jack Nicholson or Spike Lee sitting courtside. Um, but she's getting all this vitriol because she's uh, why? Because she's a more powerful, more famous woman, um, who's actually really flexing more power than the league actually can. She's generated something along the lines of $300 million um, in boost of revenue between merch sales and viewership, and like, she's making it a positive impact for the NFL, which is a huge, monumentally problematic organization to begin with. So they should be happy that they're getting any kind of positive press. Um, but no, well, I'm sure the league is happy for it, but the stupid viewers are just morons. And the reason that they're making her into a political target is 100% because she does have a very loyal following, that will, uh, you know, they'll do what she asks of them. And, I think eventually she will endorse Biden. She did in 2020. She knows what's at stake. She is fairly politically aware, and she knows that she can make a difference. I think she'll wait, because she's in enough headlines as it is. She probably wants to finish her world tour, but uh, she um, the reason they're scared of her is because she can actually get out the vote for young people, and the Republican Party has nothing to offer young people. Nothing. They have nothing to offer young women. They're adamant about taking away their options for their own health care. Uh, Vivek Ramaswamy said on stage that, we should be raising the age for Medicaid and for Social Security eligibility for people entering the workforce now. Grandfather the people that have already started contributing, but so basically, if you're starting out, you're going to have to work longer than everybody else did. That's a great message to somebody coming right out of college, mired in debt. And no, Biden didn't single-handedly wipe out all of uh, you know college and university debt, but I don't think that was a feasible answer anyway. Um, you wipe out what you can for the most vulnerable. But Jesus, like, the the terror with which they run from uh, from from Taylor Swift just sort of shows what kind of power that she has, because they know it, and it scares them, or they wouldn't be talking about it and complaining about her. And whoever said she should be a conservative, it was like, why? What is there? What is on the conservative agenda for her? Um, and all these morons, accusing her of using him for boosting her visibility. She doesn't need it. She's a worldwide megastar. Um, she's worth $1 billion. Um, she could buy and sell that whole team. I don't know. I just that to me, it just cracks me right up. And um, the fact that she will uh, still come out of that, no matter what happens with that relationship, um, she will uh, she will win. She's Taylor Swift. Um, she's not stupid. She's very business savvy. She's very aware of her image, and she's very aware of how loyal her fan base is. So she's not going to go off the rails, but she's going to use that to her advantage. So good for her. Yeah. You know, I said it before. Like she, Beyonce, and Barbie kind of ran the entertainment economy this year, um, and Madonna to some extent. But you know, but Madonna's been late to her tours and is a little problematic. Taylor's on time and sings all her own songs and plays a guitar and a piano. You know, she biz up there.